So, hello everybody. This is new podcast, video, whatever we can call this. So this time actually will be that we will record for the first time something different from what we recorded in previous week. Previous week we recorded these two interviews where we introduce each other. So me as Nostradamus0806 slash Urosh, which is my real name, and then on the other side this would be like Lillyanna Moon slash Lillyanna. Somebody
Or
has to
Lily
find.
Grace. I go by all kinds of names.
Yeah. So today we actually decided that we will talk about something that a lot of people maybe do not totally understand in our readings, and this is time frames. So time frames, when we just give people some time frames, what this means, especially in my cases, because I get like sometimes I get like two different types of predictions. One prediction is that I get in some time frame. Sometimes I get exactly. Let's say if I get in June, this means that will happen in June. Sometimes I get in next 6 days. What this means, that will happen from now on till these 6 days. So I remember when I gave that kind of prediction in next 6 months. This means from now on till these 6 months. So it can happen in a day, it can happen in a week, or it can happen in 6 months. And actually, what happened that this guy who I gave this prediction, he came back to me after 14 days and he said, "It's already happened." I said, "Amazing," because I told you in 6 months, and actually it happened in 14 days. Why? And why this happened so fast? Because he didn't put so much attention on this. I believe that you support this idea. So when we give like some time frame, if people stick with this, and people like, yeah, it will happen that way, it will happen that way, it will never happen. So this is when time frames never happen. When people just watch on the clocks or watch on the days, okay, he told me or she told me that this will happen on by the end of this month, and right now it's 30th, so tomorrow more, and that's it. It will not happen. Why? Because people are too into this. And everybody who remember my story with my fiance when we met, and actually, so she asked me once, I told her 2 years, and that was it. In the whole meantime, in these 2 years, she didn't ask me once when I see that he will reach out to her ex. We didn't talk about that prediction. Nothing, 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 nothing. This means that both of us let go totally. Why? We didn't think about that. We forget. As I also suggest people, forget what I told you and remember when this happened. I believe that also you have some kind of that kind of stories. Maybe you can share this. So when you gave some kind of time frame to someone, I know that usually don't you do that that usually you do not do that. This is when confusion came. But yeah, so Liliana, share us please some kind of story also with us. If you have, definitely I believe that you have any stories for time frames.
Well, yeah, it's funny because um, when I do get it, I have to be absolutely sure it's coming where where it comes from. That I'm sure it is what it is. So, um, a woman asked me, I haven't heard from, my ex in a year and a half, and when will I ever hear from him again? And things just fall out of my mouth that I know I'm sure about it. I said, yeah, you're going to hear from him in about a week and a half. And within 4 days, she got a text, and she got right back online, and she said, you were so right, you were so right. And it's happened several times like that. And it's not just about that love stuff either. It's just my son is sick. He's really sick.
Yeah.
Well, and they would tell me the whole story, pretty well, not the whole story, but it's just a dire kind of a situation. And I felt very strongly and just interrupted her and said, he's not going to die. He's going to be fine. He's going to have a miracle. And I think it was about a month and a half later, she came back and she said, that's amazing. There is nothing wrong with him anymore. And I had prayed a healing for him, of course.
Yeah,
So I think as well that it's not just a suggestion, but it's an intention. If someone, if you, that's my favorite, biggest word is the intent is placed, and even for our own selves. If we want something, if we want to manifest something, or get rid of something, that we can't see, you just, the intent is so strong and real, the wanting or the desire or whatever you want to call it, the prayer is so tight that it happens and it's going to happen. It's in your blood and it happens.
yeah. I always suggest people, so this letting go is crucial,
Yeah.
so when you just give some information, just let go, forget what I told you, and then it will happen. And
Mhm.
what I also noticed, why, so we already give this how things can happen when we give time frame. So yeah, I give you
Yeah,
time frame, and that's it. You forget about this, you live your life back, it will happen. You
that's
know,
right.
uh,
The
you know,
seed's been planted.
exactly. So when I worked on Ranum, and we have that kind of sessions that people came into our rooms,
Mhm.
and I just gave them some these free messages, and all these free messages was being based on top 14 days, what will happen in the next 14 days.
Mhm.
And I have this, I think most four types of messages first was being like something connected with love. I don't know, surprising love in 14 days or surprising love in 10 days, and then gifts maybe in love in 7 days. Then the second prediction was been about money. Yeah, you received some money like in 3 days, totally unexpected. And
Yeah.
then third was being like some kind of traveling I saw in this particular time. And
Mhm.
then one was being about health. Yeah, be careful about your health in next 7 days. And I remember all the time when people came back to me with validation, yeah, this and this happened.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
came in these time frames. Why? Because they actually, a lot of people didn't believe that this will happen. They're like, yeah, okay, whatever,
Yeah. I know
whatever.
it.
And this
I
is
know.
whatever, and you say whatever, things happen.
Yeah.
But the so when things do not happen is that, as I know for sure, people are visiting psychics, clairvoyants, like when they choose, okay, I will try this in this platform, and they go to like 5, 6, 10 psychics. I have a client, he said to me that he sent the same question for 30 different psychics.
Yeah.
And when you are asking so many people, so many psychics, you just starts to mix the energies.
It just gets very confusing. I was just
Exactly.
thinking about that myself yesterday or the day before yesterday. That exactly, people, one lady said, I've been to 30 different psychics. I want to see what you say. And I didn't want to tell her, I'm not telling you to just come to me. I'm
Yeah,
just telling you, you're only going to get more and more confused
exactly.
if
I
you
know for
hop from
myself.
room to room, and spend all this money in private readings, and everybody tells you something different. And then the one you want to hear is that's got to be the one. And that's just not smart. You know,
No. Yeah.
it's
And so
not a smart
first,
way to look for the answer.
definitely, so this why things do not manifest is first, people go to so many different psychics,
Yep.
so mixing energy. Second thing is you can go only to one psychic. It's like I have this client still who went to 30 psychics, and he said, "You are my top one. You are the only one right now who I go now." I said, "Amazing. And things happened to him, what I predicted to him, and things didn't happen to him. So things where he asked me once, okay, what do you see? Will I move into a house or apartment? I said house, and he moved into house. I
Yeah.
said you will buy American car, typical American car. It will be like this four-wheel drive, bank. He
Oh
bought
wow.
it.
Yeah. See. Yep.
All this. But when we start to talk about love, nothing happened. Why? I told him from the beginning. He came to my private on March 2018.
Hmm.
And he sent me first request and he said, when do you see that my ex will contact me? I said, I can see that this will happen in July, you know. And before this July came, he asked me additional 10 times. Imagine, in March 3 times, in April 3 times, in May 3 times, in June at least one time. So I said, stop asking the same question, because when you're asking the same question, this means that you do not believe that it will happen as I told you, and you're just pushing away this, and imagine this person still didn't reach out to him after 4 years. Why? Why? Because he's still asking the same question. When she will reach out to me? When she will reach out to me? When she will reach out?
Doubt.
Too much doubt. He do not believe that this will happen. He has this, and then of course he starts to doubt about me. I said, no, it's not about me. It's about you, because you do not wait for this, let's say 2-3 months, because I know, because I did this mistake for myself, I was visiting psychics. I visited like at least 20 psychics in my whole life, and I asked them one specific question, and I all the time got answer like between 3 to 6 months this will happen, But before these 3 to 6 months ended, I visited another one, and this another one told me again 3 to 6 months, and I was just pushing, and this never happened. It should happen 15 years ago, and it still didn't happen. And then I realized that I'm pushing things, and also when people are asking the same question, you can get different answers, I remember I was asking if I will come back with one of my eggs. I visited like 10 psychics. Imagine 10 psychics. 6 of them, they said yes. 4, they say no. At the end, it was been 4. So we never came back together. We are friends right now, but that's it. And so this is also like, it can be, if you're going to different psychics, you can be sure that you will get 10 different answers. Really 10 different answers. And what actually also is happening, I believe that you can support this idea. Not that I'm blaming tarot readers or that I'm blaming people who are using tools, but some people can influence on tools.
Oh yeah, the energy that even just from us, our own selves, our own.
Exactly. So I know for myself, so when I went to the psychic, I wanted something to hear, and actually these show up in the cards. So actually my energy shift, that the card that was been on the table, that this was been my answer, never happened, so I said, okay, I can influence on tarot, I can influence on pendulum, I can influence on so many different things, so and then people ask me, can I influence on you? I said, no, you cannot influence on me, because my guys and your guys are more connected than your shuffling cards, and things like that. So, but this do not mean that I blame our tarot readers. Yeah, you're bad. No, they're good, but they do not know who is on the other side.
Oh,
You never know
who's influencing the turning.
Exactly.
I know that's what you're talking about. How safe is it? Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And actually, of course, in the cards you can also get some kind of time frames. But imagine if you can influence on cards, you will also influence on time frames.
Right.
So easy to understand, So definitely, yes. If we make like this conclusion, can time frames be like point on? Yes. If you totally let go. Second, no. Why not? Because maybe you are just stick with this and you just say, okay, it has to happen that way. It has to happen. It's like that you're like this expectation. I say expectations destroy results, because you have so big expectation. It has to happen. It has to happen. It has to happen. It will not happen. But when people totally let go, and then
that's right. That is true. That's very true.
Then it happened, So yes, you can get perfect time frame that will work out. No, you cannot get perfect time frame because of like 2-3 different situations. Maybe you visit psychic every single day, you just push this, it will never happen. Or you visit 10 different psychics, you start to mix the energy, you start to mix end of result, and it will never happen, So, and of course, third no is that you just stick with this, So if we compare this three times no against 1 times just letting go. So choose. You get first first timing, okay, letting go, wait these 10 days, 14 days, or whatever, 1 month, and then you will see that will happen.
Yeah, and
So
then they realize, oh my God, somebody told me this a few weeks
exactly.
ago that this would happen right now. Oh my God, it happened. So
Forget.
it's true. You just take what they say. Cool. That's cool that Euros or that Nostra said that, and then you forget about it.
Exactly.
You just go make dinner or something. Don't think about it. You can't. Every time, the more you think about it, the more you're manipulating energy.
Exactly.
That is what I think.
The more you think about this, the more you influence on this.
Exactly.
And if you think a lot, you'll just push this forward, 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 forward. And then
Exactly.
in this case, we are
Right.
really bad psychics.
Yeah.
I give you something and then you're just thinking, and then, yeah, Nostradamus, he's fake. I know
Yeah.
that I'm not fake, but it's like I do not blame others, because I was being the same. I never blame all these 20 psychics if there's been wrong. No, they're
I
really
I
good
don't either.
psychics.
I don't judge other psychics. It's just not my place to do that
Exactly.
because I mean,
They're all good.
who am I? I don't know them. I don't,
Exactly. They're all good,
like
but
you
the
and
problem
I.
is,
I hit it off. We're very good friends.
yeah,
And we also both have our own specialties and some are the same. But I
exactly.
never doubted you because I just knew. There's just something about you that I just knew,
That
you
will
know.
happen. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That if you said it, it's gonna happen. Forget about it. It happens. Hey,
Yeah, I remember when
I
this
go to
week,
school.
this week you sent me this. Yeah, I just got money. And as I remembered, actually, I told you like totally unexpected money for you, like maybe in 5 6 days, and bang, you just replied to me. Yeah, I just got this money from my son. I think
$145. I was speechless again. Oh my God.
I was
I,
thinking I should send her an invoice.
yeah, right. I know it. Well, I told you. I'm not gonna say it again. It's gonna happen.
So definitely, so if we just make a conclusion, time frames, yes and no. How this will work out for you, it's up to you,
Right.
client, it's up to you who are watching this video. And so yeah, I believe that we really covered this.
Yeah.
Why things happen in specific time frames or one specific cannot happen. So
Yeah, to understand, just for the people that are watching to understand that story, I was going over and reviewing the video that Euros and I did a few days ago, over the weekend, Saturday. And while I was reviewing it, I got a message ding on my phone, and it says, your PayPal account, or a deposit of $225 was just deposited into your PayPal account. I'm like, what? And I look at it and it said Thomas Hasselberg has, deposit.
yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, he never does that. That, that was so cool. I was speechless. I had
Yeah.
to call him.
Yeah.
He said it was just, he felt it on his heart. And
Yeah.
he said, I knew it would help you. I just feel like you need it. I said, I always need it.
Money is something that we all time need. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that will be all for now.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds
Speak
great.
with you maybe so you can be prepared for like maybe in 2 3 days. We will record another video. Stay in touch with us. Subscribe this channel. And yeah, we will be in next time. We will talk about mediumship. Yeah, this is something that Lillyanna will cover more because I'm weak on this. Anyway, have a blessed day and speak with you soon. Bye bye.